Whatever episode this is going to be, I have 2 complete strangers in my house today. I take that back. 1 complete stranger, 1 semi-acquaintance stranger. And by stranger, I mean I don't even know him from the internet. My name's Eddie. I got Dave. I don't remember your name. Last name, Dave?
Dave Kolk.
What was that last?
C-O-L-K. Kolk.
Kolk. Kind of like Coke.
Yeah, close enough. And it's been confused with that a few times. I get Colt, Coke. Quite often.
Sounds good. And then I got the daughter or niece of Henry Rollins. I never thought I was going to get a famous person, but damn, I only took a couple episodes in and we're in. Cynthia
Rollins.
There you go, see?
Now, I thought that her brothers were Henry, older, and Jimmy, younger. Is that correct?
I can neither confirm nor deny that information.
Sounds good.
Is it Rollins or Rollins?
Rollins. Rollins.
So there's a couple of firsts today. You're literally the first female on the podcast, so that's pretty cool. I'm glad you made it.
Do we play the cartoon boner sound for that? Now you have a girl in here pointing, right?
So Dave has a podcast as well, too?
Yeah. Polycology, blogspot.com.
Which I listened to a couple episodes. It was really cool. I have a lot of questions for you, so this podcast may just be a lot of technical questions.
Yeah, tech gear.
Because I don't know how the fuck you make those cool sounds, but I want to make those cool sounds too. Like, I need sound effects and music and just like popping them in. That's pretty interesting. So we'll talk about that.
You got to teach him how to input that, include that boner sound.
Yeah,
I want that sound for sure. I know a few sounds. It's getting hotter, some of them, but
and then sure. You know what we use for the girls is a jumping in the pool sound. Like a splash.
A splash.
For what? Wait, for what?
That's different.
When is that?
For girls' arousal.
Oh.
So it's just like sound. The sound is literally called jumping in a pool.
Okay.
Which is funny because Cynthia says she's never heard any of your podcasts so far.
It's true, I haven't.
I told her she probably shouldn't.
Yeah.
When I heard some, I was like, yeah, she probably shouldn't.
So well, the funny thing is when she said that you'd listen to it, she's like, maybe I should listen to this. And I was like, well, I don't know. It's been nice knowing you. She's like, why? And I was like, we're horribly offensive. And she's like,
you're like that in real life.
There you go. I mean, all right.
Sounds like they're natural at being themselves, so I kind of like it. The only thing I had a qualm about, or should I say a critique, was that you had poli-science there, but I didn't hear any politics, and I heard one, heard another one. I was like, how am I not hearing any politics on this thing?
Not enough politics.
Well, there's lots of politics. It just wasn't a part of the discussion. It was metal, which was cool, and a couple other things. So that was the only thing I was like, wait a minute.
So the basis of our show is really, it's kind of grab ass, but it's like structured grab ass.
Yeah.
So it's like we have our segments that we kind of, it's just to keep us on track and to give us discussion. So, like, I do the Around the World segment, which is kind of like I just go over basically, it's turned into stoner news from around the world. Because everything else, like, I tell people, it's like, look, my podcast is probably posted, like, a month late. So if you're waiting for me for your news on what's happening in Syria, you are way behind. Plus, I don't want to cover the stuff that happens every day in the news. All you got to do is turn on NPR, and you'll hear that for 24 hours straight, or turn on CNN 24 hours straight. So I got to pick and choose what I get. And then, so that's kind of all we've done with politics. I guess at some point I would I had one of my friends, you met her, Charlotte, come on, and she's a professor, and I was like, let's talk about where, I guess the academics are going. And she was like, I don't really know. I just teach at a junior college. I'm like, geez, how am I going to do this then?
Yeah, I would say that was pretty much a political junkie, so that was pretty interesting to me. I was like, oh, cool, I want to see what he says. But I was like, oh, there's nothing here. What's going on? And I get that, like, if you're late, it's not current. But
yeah.
So that was my only, I was all like, what's going on? But then your sound effects made up for it.
The stupid jingles.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. I was like, I need whatever he has, I need that on mine. So I can just press buttons and do shit like that too.
And that's basically it too. I use GarageBand to record, and they have a pretty cool little podcast option.
It's because you have a Mac.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I
Eddie
wonder.
doesn't like Macs.
Are you a Mac person too, Cynthia?
She has a Mac. That's correct.
I own a Mac. I would not consider myself a Mac person.
Wait. So how do you own a Mac and not consider yourself a Mac person? Did it come to
I have
free?
an Android phone.
I noticed that.
I got it because I needed a laptop that would last a long time.
Oh, I think we had this discussion once, right?
And at the time, I was also working for a company that did accessories for Apple products. So it was really easy to get accessories for free.
So you got discounts.
Yeah.
But the Mac is not cheap.
No, they're not.
I also did get a discount on the Mac because of the...
I think I used my federal employee discount.
Yeah.
Still way more expensive than a PC laptop.
Yeah, dude. When I'm on a Mac, I basically feel like I'm throwing a ball with my left hand, and I'm right-handed. I go, and why is my right click? I just can't find that button. Anyways, so the first topic today is fucking Henry douchebag do wrong.
Yeah.
Because he missed it today, and if he hears it, he knows he's missing it.
No, it's totally cool to bash your co-hosts and then bash your listeners. Like my most loyal listener is my drummer, and I'm pretty sure on the last episode we posted I called him a bag, and I was like, oh well, that's our only listener, only subscriber, and I just called him a bag. So
What'd you call him?
A sack.
Sack of what? Right? Gold?
Yeah, she likes my Canadian way of pronouncing the word bag.
Bag. Oh. So you got Canadian. Where's my bottle? Canadian something, right?
Yeah.
Verbiage? No, accent.
Yeah, well, it's a little bit there. Although when I go up there, they all say, "You sound like a Yankee." Well, yeah, I mean, I live in the north. Never lived in the south, that's for sure.
A Yankee.
That's what they say.
So Cynthia postponed this for Wednesday just for Henry.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't here Monday. And he bailed on us today.
Last minute, today, he sends out an email. Oh, I can't make it.
How did that make you feel? You were angry. I could tell. I could hear it in your voice when you called me. What the fuck? Is this still on or what the fuck? Henry just sent me some bullshit fucking email that, my
We're
regime.
doing this.
Well, you can also say whatever the fuck you want to here. But there are people at work that might listen to this, so just in case.
Well, I mean,
Just don't bash work, you're fine.
Or do drugs. Talk about drugs. You can't talk about drugs.
I think I'm safe.
Zero tolerance at work, apparently. Because no one drinks.
Right.
Right? Fucking bullshit.
I mean, it did he felt kind of distant just in the communication for the last week anyways. And so when that email came over...
Did you expect it?
I was like, something's going to happen. They're going to cancel it again. And that's why I called you right away. Because I was like, listen, are you doing it? Because we've already postponed it. And this shit is happening. I don't care if Dave and I just are sitting here speaking into my phone. Like,
we're going to record something today, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt bad. And last time we had a party.
That we weren't invited to.
So...
He was told to invite everybody he knows.
Yeah.
And he didn't invite us. But... he postponed our thing so that he could have it.
Well, was it a kickoff podcast
so you're
party? That's pretty freaking
You're like, hey, I have to postpone because I'm having this big party at my house.
True.
And then you didn't say, you guys should stop by.
True. That's all true.
So what's up with that?
I don't know. I didn't even think about it. First of all, I didn't think you would come.
Were there other work people...
You know what? It was on a Thursday.
Party. It was a Thursday.
We had their adventure run. We wouldn't have come. But regardless, an invitation would have been nice, you know?
That's true. I actually feel bad. I might be turning a little red, but it might be because of the wine. Next time we're going to have a party. So we decided after that, because my roommate, Sean, it's a dickhead, right? And he's like, oh, let's have a party. He wants to make sure that send out an email to everyone, make sure it's a day that everyone can come. I was like, dude, people can't come all the time. Pick a day, have a fucking party. Whoever comes, come. If you can't make it, sorry, we love you, but you didn't make it. You're doing whatever. Because you can't please everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like a pleaser, and I'm not. I'm just, let's have a party. I want a good time. Whoever wants to come can come.
I'm kind of with you on that. It seems like when you sit down to plan for everybody, people bail anyways.
Yeah, it doesn't happen, right?
Yeah.
So then it's like, oh, we'll do it next week. Oh, sorry, this other person says next week I got this going on. I was like, no. Pick a day.
You pick a day that works for you and anybody else who wants to come.
Thank you.
Regardless.
Okay, so that means you two will be invited to the next party. If you can't make it, tough shit. Exactly. You just sealed your own fate there, Cynthia. So, the party was awesome, just in case you guys want to know.
Tell us about it, man.
I didn't want to know.
No, I do want to know.
As a matter of fact, I heard you play in a metal band.
I do, that's
and
correct.
And you sing. Although I couldn't find any of your singing on the website. So maybe I missed it, and you have 30 some podcasts now, episodes?
Yeah.
That's heavy duty. Henry's like, whoa, dude, he's got like 30 something.
Yeah, I think we have 34. There's one that still needs to be posted. I actually was singing for the jingles.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's me.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh, yeah, I haven't heard any of your jingles yet either.
That's true.
So, in this last party, there wasn't a lot of people came. It was fun. People had a good time. They ordered pizza, whatever. Everyone brought food, which is kind of cool. And then we played music because we have instruments right here, right?
Uh-huh.
So let's just have this every month. Pick a day, preferably on the weekend. Preferably on the weekend, right. Instead of Thursday. I was telling her it was a yoga
What is this,
party.
college? Like, who has parties Thursday nights?
We do. I'll have one.
We
tomorrow.
do.
IT guys?
That reminds me of the stone.
The stone cutters.
Yeah.
So.
We do.
Yeah, sometimes I have a party on Monday too. Monday's fine. But the weekend, Friday, Saturday, makes it easier for everyone else to come.
What time do you go to work in the morning?
Whenever I feel like it.
Well, and you
Usually-
live like 2 miles from work.
It's still like sometimes I'm the last one there. So I try to make it by 9.
I try to make it by 9.
Because I like sleeping. And it's hot. So here's the deal. It's so hot that I don't fall asleep till late because that's when it cools off. That means I wake up late. In the winter, at 5 in the morning, I'm up. No problem. Because it's cold and I want to get out of bed. Take that back. It's kind of cold still too, but it's different. The heat, I'm just exhausted. I can't wake up. So that's why I get to work. But you get to work really early.
Yeah, we have hours. Like, we have to be
I
at
know.
work at a certain
You punch in. You have a punch in
Yeah.
clock, right?
I clock in,
Yeah, I don't have that. So luckily for me.
Must be nice.
I used to work down there before.
What did you work in?
I actually started in the call center.
Oh,
That was when I
I
worked
feel
at
like
stores.
so many people start in the call center.
It used to be a company that didn't suck balls. But now they suck balls.
Wow. How
Used to
long have you
be,
been there?
11 years,
What?
12 years. It's been a long time.
Wow.
Yeah. Blown away.
That is a long
Yeah.
time.
Dave,
You've been there, what, a couple months now? 6 months?
6 months.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
so it's funny because I don't really know her. And I really don't know you. But all we do is like we'll meet up and sometimes we'll be in the lunchroom at the same time with headphones playing on our phones.
Yeah.
And basically I don't want to talk to anyone.
Yeah, no,
So-
today we went in, like, I went in for lunch and he was sitting there, like, couldn't talk to him because he had his headphones on. Just, like, sat near him, but, like, we didn't talk.
Normally I don't talk to anyone, right? I want to read my book. I hate it when I go in and I have a book and some asshole starts talking to me. I was like, asshole, I have a fucking book and headphones.
Yeah.
What part of this means fucking bug me?
I respect that.
Yeah, I know.
I respect that. I have, there's a couple people who do that to me and I'm like, can't you see? I'm on my phone.
Can you, like, design a sign? Just, like, stick it up there, like, reading, don't bother.
If you want to talk, find me at my desk.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not
talk to
that.
me when I'm getting paid, not on my unpaid lunch. Jeez.
Oh, that's not what I said.
So do
what I said.
you want to talk about what you do? Because I'm curious. You don't have to though.
Not really. I work for the government. I work for a
so
crap.
you fly a drone in fucking Afghanistan and kill
That
innocent
would be
people.
way cooler than what I actually
We can go with that. No one knows.
do. Yeah.
You could make up.
It's classified.
You can make up what you do right now. Nobody would know.
Nobody would.
What
know.
if
No, actually, they know his blog. They know his podcast, so they might go there.
Do you talk about your work on
they
there?
could tie it together.
No.
Yeah.
So you work for the government.
Yeah, that's like our one rule is that we don't talk about work.
You don't talk about Fight Club.
Yeah.
Rule number 1.
No
Alrighty
work.
then.
And when it has slipped up, because one of my coworkers
You edit it out.
Yeah, exactly. It's gone. That goes on the cutting room floor. I'll be like I'll be sitting there because I have the computer in front of me, and then it'll be like, oh, it worked, blah blah blah, and I'm like writing down the time we said that so I can swipe. See you later.
Right. So there goes that topic out the window.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No work.
No work. Okay, cool. No work. Me and you.
No work.
No work.
Well,
So
then we
you're gonna
are
have to edit out that part where you
strangers.
said
Then we
such
are
balls.
strangers.
No, that part stays in. Fuck work. I hate work.
There we go.
Work sucks.
See, that's why we don't talk about
You
work.
like work?
No.
Just in general?
Not
See,
really.
I've been there.
Who likes work?
I've been there short enough amount of time that I still enjoy
Still
it.
You don't
Yeah.
hate it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Plus,
If you talk to me about my last job, I could
suck
tell.
balls.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I'm like new enough to this job.
Wait, how long have you been there?
6 months.
6 months. That's pretty short.
Yeah, 6 months.
There's
I
so
think it's
many
like
people
6
that are
months
new I
today.
don't know. Anyways, let's not talk about work. Let's talk about your podcast. You have questions for me, I have questions for you.
Well,
How
yeah.
do you make those fucking cool sounds?
Okay, so again, like I said, we're using GarageBand, and they have a thing called musical typing. And so you pull it up, and it looks like a keyboard on the screen, and it gives you a ton of different sound effects. And so I've customized my own so that it's like using the QWERTY keypad that I can press whatever, like.
You can program a key to a sound, right?
Exactly.
Like a MIDI almost,
Yep.
right?
And you just gotta, like, when you press it, you have to hold it, so you can't just, like, press it and it automatically plays till it runs out. So there's some stuff that I
Oh,
would,
you have to hold it.
yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
And so I didn't load my jingles onto that. My jingles are on my phone, and I plug that into my interface.
As long as
so,
it's not in your pants.
it's right now. And so that's a different story. So I plug that in through the interface that we use, and then that's how I play the jingles. I just flip through my phones and play it.
And is that the sound effects that you do? Like
No, the sound
I know
effects are the actual. It's called musical typing, and that's actually in the program in GarageBand.
And you
so
fire that on command whenever you want.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
So it's
pretty
there.
cool.
I pull it up. I kind of put it off to the side, and then there's a legend because I don't remember what they are weekly.
Right.
And I went through one night and picked the sound effects I thought I'd like. like the boner sound, jumping in a pool sound.
I don't think I heard that one, but I heard like metal one and something else, whatever.
Oh
you
yeah,
call it.
so yeah, the jingles are different. Those I sat down with, either made up a riff and played it, or my drummer wanted to get in with it.
So you have your band as the jingles, is that correct?
Yeah, me and my drummer do all the
Wow.
recording. So
That's even cooler.
if I can't
you
find,
just went up one notch right now, because I don't recognize it. Right? I was like, "What is this?" It sounds like it was fast and hard.
yeah.
I love it.
So we my drummer wrote the metal report jingle, and then I did the vocals and the guitars, and he did the other guitar and the drums. I did the bass, and so. We just sit down, like, if I need a jingle, I'll think about it for a while. It takes me like a week to get through everything.
So by jingle you mean metal riff?
Yeah, basically. Well, some stuff I've done, it's not
really
so
like
metal.
my Colgate jingle, right? Like,
Yeah.
like an advertising.
No,
jingle.
it's definitely going to be the musical style that I like, for sure. And then so, if I need him to drum, because GarageBand has a lot of drums in there, but it's fairly limited. And I don't really feel like sitting down and playing with it until I get exactly what I want. And he can do exactly what I'm thinking anyways for drums. It's like, hey, just lots of double bass. Like, oh, there we go. All right.
Bring it heavy, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's
So then I'll
cool.
record the guitar parts and I'll send it to him, or we'll just sit down together and I'll play like a phantom riff and we'll record it, and then I'll do the guitars later if they need to be cleaned up, and vocals if we want it. And then that's how that works, and then I borrow a bass and
That's
plug
pretty
it in,
awesome,
and-
dude. I'm
yeah.
impressed.
That's what you gotta do, man. You gotta get on the jingles.
That makes up for the lack of political commentary in your
Yeah, the music
podcast.
stuff, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, so remember, though,
Wait, so you play in a band. So what's the name of your band?
we have a lot of names. I'll try to remember them all.
As long as it's not Go Fuck Yourself, Eddie, you can tell me what it is.
Go F Yourself, Henry.
Yeah, I like it. Sorry, Henry. Go fuck yourself, Henry. This podcast got so much better. I have like a glass and a half in me now.
Yeah.
I feel more relaxed.
I just want to say, I don't know, when I have to record vocals, I need at least one beer in me, or else I'm just way too uptight to record vocals. And
you loosen the vocal
I think it's
cords,
I don't
right?
care anymore. It's liquid courage. Anyways, I call that talent juice.
Yeah, talent juice is good. I wouldn't say juice so much, but I call it liquid courage.
Yeah.
Talent juice works good. Have you ever heard that before?
No.
Beer goggles?
Yeah, I mean, I'm familiar with that.
You use them too?
No, I try not to. There was beer.
Oh,
there was a beer involved. Yeah,
there was.
Cynthia and Dave are a couple. So you're also another first, a complete stranger, a female, and a couple.
Yeah.
So that is a trifecta of first. This podcast might work out pretty good, actually.
This is also my first podcast.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
How do you do 30 and not? How does Dave do 30 and you not be on one? How do you not?
How many have you done?
I'm going to start a fight here.
How many have you done
together?
since we've been together?
2.
Like Eddie, it all went bad once you got on your podcast. Shit went down the hill.
It's
I don't even listen to his podcast. Like, he doesn't even want me to listen to his podcast, so why would I be on it?
So I found that surprising because if I was a guy or a girl and my prospective other had a podcast, I would probably listen to it at least once or twice. Like, I would like check it out. What the fuck are they talking about?
He didn't really tell me about it until you brought up this until Henry brought up this podcast.
Oh, so it was a secret. He was keeping it in the dark.
Yeah, it hadn't come up, yeah.
Who's hiding it?
Because see, I was feeling out like, how does she feel about political correctness? And then I'll break the news to her there. And then she's like, hey, you've been invited to be on a podcast. And I was like, oh, well, I can't believe I haven't told you yet, but I have a podcast.
When he said that was pretty funny. He's like, what? How did this even happen? How does she not know?
Well, we honestly hadn't recorded since like June. And then between my vacation in the summer, my co-host vacation, the summer kind of got away from us. And so we've only really done one episode since we've been together.
That's your excuse.
Yeah.
So does this podcast today mean you will do one with him later now?
That'd be good. Yeah.
I haven't been invited.
Now, so one of the segments we have is called My Vagina. Mm-hmm. And so the jingle is not metal. Well, there's 2 jingles. One of them is not metal, and it's me singing It's Time for My Vagina and Me. And now, so I wanted to get a girl to sing that, but I could not find one. Then I thought it was funnier that I sung it, so I'm like, you know what, let's just keep it that way. It's just funnier that I do it, yeah. And then the other one is an angry one. You could just say mangina, right? Yeah. Then there's another one that's like super angry and metal, and that's for, that time of the month.
That happens too.
And so we've only done 2 because we tried doing it with just my co-host and her husband and myself. And she's like, don't you hate it when you get cramps? And then we're like, I can't relate. So we just sat there with blank stares in our face, and I just kept playing the cricket sound over and over and over again. So then we cut that, and we're like, we'll save this for when you have female guests.
So you do it with a co-host every time? Is that correct?
Yeah. And then if
one of the ones I heard, I had another guy, third person as well.
Yeah, we have 3. There's 3 of us.
Every time?
Yeah.
And does that third person rotate? Is it like 2?
No.
It's your podcast, yes or no?
Yeah, well, it's the 3.
Who owns
It's the 3 of us. Yeah, it's like equal split.
So does that mean if one person is missing, you don't do it?
That's generally, yeah. But in earlier episodes, we have I know my co-host Priscilla went to Texas for a couple weeks, and we replaced her with my drummer. He's been on a few times. And our guests don't last long. They never want to come back, so they just get made fun of the whole time. And that's why it's kind of like you can take your time. If you want to come on there, you can. If not,
that doesn't sound.
Does this inspire you to come on to his podcast?
No, but getting made fun of? No, not
it's
really.
Free game to make fun of me.
You're there to defend yourself. That's the whole difference.
I can make fun of you for free.
No, but you want to publish it to the whole fucking planet.
I don't need to. I don't get my kicks from that.
What do you get your kicks from then? That's what we want to know here.
I don't know.
Where do your kicks come from? Don't tell me your leg and your foot.
Running?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
that's how we started talking. Actually,
yeah. Also,
because I was like, "Fuck everybody! I don't want to talk to anyone. Who's this person?"
And then I had a Runner's World magazine or something. Yeah.
So someone actually runs because at work where it sucks balls, there's a lot of fat people. I must say it. I don't really care. There's a lot of
fat people in Southern California in general.
There's a lot of fat people in the fucking planet, particularly in the United States, because I travel in other countries, and generally there's not as many fat people in other countries as there are in the United States.
And I could say that just about Canada, and everybody thinks Canada's the same as the United States.
No.
It kind of bleeds over because we're close.
Yeah, exactly.
And the prosperity is pretty good. When you have a lot of money, you sit there and eat. But so you're Canadian?
Yeah, I am.
Born in Canada?
Born in Canada. Yeah.
You just went up another notch. You went up 2 notches within less than like 26 minutes.
Wow.
Fantastic.
It doesn't take much, apparently.
Canadian, I like Canadians better. They're nice. They're cool.
Yeah.
They're generally not dickheads. Generally speaking.
Hang out more with him. You listen to his podcast,
Hold on,
right?
let me time out. Clearly there's a reason why you're with him, because he's not a dickhead.
That's true.
Or else that's a poor reflection on yourself.
Yeah, that's true. He's nice.
I'm just saying, I like Canadians, generally speaking. They're much more socialist than Americans overall. So.
I really like Degrassi. That's my Canadian. Before I met him, that was my Degrassi and Ryan Gosling and Reynolds. Those are my...
You're talking about something I don't know. Degrassi.
See, that's another thing. Oh, so that's the thing where I get my kicks, right? Is celebrity stuff.
Oh, so you like gossip.
Now, you know...
Not gossip,
What's the difference?
Because it's
What's the difference?
Because it's not... It's like not... I don't do the spreading rumors, but... I am interested in television shows, which there's no gossip like that. Is like somebody wrote that script and then other people performed it, and that form of entertainment is enjoyable to me. And then stuff, if they announce stuff themselves, like following celebs on Twitter, Instagram, like they share stuff, or
Now that being
it's not gossip
that
if
being
they
said,
say it themselves.
Cynthia Henry Rollins over there
That's right.
has more celeb clout than any of us here.
No wonder.
She is a writer for a celebrity blog. What? Tell the people, man.
What? The secrets are starting to spill out
Tell
now.
the people. It's important.
Keep drinking water. It's going to come out now.
Truth juice.
I am a contributing writer to socialitelife.com.
I thought you were going to say TMZ.
No. No, that would be gossip, right?
That is gossip. But not sure. They actually break news stories these days, right?
Yeah.
Like literally.
My niche is 90s. I really like 90s pop culture stuff.
That. That's interesting.
So I'll do bi-weekly, every other week, have a 90s post, 90s themed post. So I used to do the whole they would give me a story and I would have to piece together, from different sources and stuff. But this is more enjoyable because I have control. I'm like, hey, I really like the 90s. Can I just do, every other week one of these things? And then I have full control over what I can do. I much prefer that to somebody telling me, here's a story to cover.
That's really interesting. You'll have to send some of that stuff over and check it out. I'm not a huge fan of the 90s in general. I was a teenager during those years. See those little kids? They have a fucking pirate thing on top.
Crazy.
And if you go back there, they have a pterodactyl. And in the front, they got 2 gargoyles guarding the fucking... What's it called? Swear to God. And
wow.
So during that, I have a story to tell you. During that party...
Yeah.
I took a drunk friend back to see the pterodactyl. I'm not sure what we were thinking because it was really dark. And as we're walking back, you got to go down this little path that narrows down to 2 feet. It was super dark. I had my hand on his back, making sure, keep going, dude, keep going, we got it. Point, we fell off the thing. And I fell off right behind him and landed on top of him. We fell 4 or 5 feet. It felt like a fucking never-ending... It sucked. I lost my glasses.
Oh, no.
When I came back out, we climbed out. His eyes oh, dude, I lost my glasses. I don't know where that. I went back to look for them. Couldn't find them. I found them the next morning before work.
That's good.
Luckily, they weren't broken when you stepped
The
on them.
worst is when my eyesight is terrible without glasses. So it's
You wear glasses or contacts?
Right now I'm wearing contacts. I usually wear glasses.
Okay.
You had to look good for the people on the radio?
Yeah,
No,
right? Like, how do you put stuff in your eyes?
Because when we were
Well, I
going to
wear
go
contacts
running,
too,
when we
yeah.
were going to go
Why do you-
running, I was like, well, I'll wear my contacts.
I'm confused. You wear glasses, you wear contacts as well.
Yeah.
And you wear contacts and glasses. Why do you wear contacts?
When I'm running or when I'm
for
doing...
sweating purposes.
So you need glasses to
Glasses
see where you're stepping?
Oh, I need glasses to see
Yeah, me too.
losing my glasses is a nightmare.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, well, shit, how am I going to find these? I can't see.
Like how bad your sight's really bad then?
Yeah.
Yours
Me
too,
too,
Dave?
yeah.
Really? Like how bad? Like, give me like a scenario where like how shitty it is. Because like I can't see...
Well, let's say, okay, there's a Dasani water bottle, what do you say, about a foot and a half in front of me?
Yeah.
I pull up my glasses, I cannot read Dasani.
Wow. You're blind as a motherfucker.
I am. What about you?
You want me to
Take out your contacts. We got a cup for you.
No.
Well, you know though,
Saving
right?
solution.
How bad is your eyesight?
No, I mean, it's similar.
As bad as his. Wow.
I have no idea.
So two blind motherfuckers I have
Yeah.
sitting right across me. So if you guys both had no glasses on, you would just see a blur across the table.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love your blur.
It's your
Like,
aura, man.
you can, like, I can make out shapes and stuff and some features, but it would be, like, I would recognize him from, like, the way he's seated. You know, like,
That's funny.
not...
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that sucks.
It does. It really does.
I don't wear contacts. I don't wear glasses.
Well, you're not as blind as us.
Clearly. I'm not as blind. But you know what? I don't know if I would ever wear contacts even if I was that blind. I don't like...
How long have you worn glasses? And do you have to wear them all the time?
To drive at night, I would. I don't have that little sticker on my license that says you have to.
Corrective lenses. Yeah.
Correct lens, but I definitely don't feel safe driving at night. Particularly somewhere where I'm not familiar with. I'm traveling.
I feel like that's true for anyone, though. Just because,
Right,
like,
right?
Yeah.
Like if I know where I'm at, like I don't need to read the signs. I know where I'm at. I kind of can make the lefts and rights. I know where I'm going, right? But I can't make out signs far away, particularly at night. Even in the day, like when I'm wearing my glasses, because I drive with like sunglasses, so I can clearly see. Okay, and I can generally read a book, so I'm farsighted. Is that the right term? I always get those mixed up.
You're nearsighted.
I'm nearsighted.
You can see close. You can't see.
I can't see far. Why do they say that? Nearsighted. Like nearsighted is where I can see. Farsighted is where I can't see.
Yeah.
I can't make out well, so it's clearly not that bad. Although I get surprised, some people sometimes put them on, but like, oh my god, or they're like, oh, this is not bad. It depends how blind they are.
Yeah.
So
wait, you didn't answer my question. How long have you worn glasses?
I don't remember, but it's been probably less than 10 years.
Oh, see, I've had glasses since
Or
first
maybe
grade.
Third grade for me.
First grade.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I literally think my eyesight has deteriorated for as long as I've been sitting in front of computers.
Oh, that could very well be.
Right?
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm always like this right next to it. I can't see close enough.
Yeah.
So maybe over 10 years, but roughly around 10 years.
First grade.
Yeah.
Yeah, third grade for me.
Yeah.
Wow. First
Yeah.
grade
Yeah.
and third grade.
That was
Yeah.
we didn't use computers when I was in first grade.
Oh,
Or when I was in third.
trust me. I'm pretty sure I'm older than both of you, almost combined.
I'm just saying, so like our blindness has nothing to do with computers, you know?
It probably
So
So
has to-
you're like, oh, it's deteriorated. Well, imagine how much ours has deteriorated with computer use as well.
Yeah, it probably hasn't
They
even
were
mattered.
already terrible, and now it's like, no.
But I found though that ever since I guess you stopped growing, that my eyesight hasn't changed as much.
Well,
in
so
intervals.
what an eye doctor told me once is that it sort of like levels off in your mid to late 20s,
Yeah,
and
stop
then in your
growing.
40s it'll change again.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
late
great.
30s, early 40s. So
Then I'll
if
be
you,
wearing bifocals at 40. Yay!
so that's another reason why like something like LASIK would be just temporary, right?
Yeah, you have to get it redone.
and your eyesight is going to change. So.
Yeah.
In all fairness, I like my glasses.
Mm-hmm.
Chicks
They're a
dig 'em.
trend thing.
Chicks
Yeah,
dig
it
'em,
is. Glasses
yeah?
are in.
I think so. I mean, sometimes when I'm running, I go like this. There's no glasses there. I can't see.
Yeah.
It's really weird. Actually,
I do stuff like that with my contacts where I like trying to like push them up and I'm like, wait a minute, what am I doing? Where are my contacts?
Yeah, I don't know what this phenomenon is or if it's universal, but when I'm running at night, I wear a headlamp on my forehead to see, right?
Yeah.
And I literally see the shape of my glasses in that light.
Huh.
Like, exactly. I don't know if it's burned into my retinas or what the fuck is going on. It's fucking weird. It's really weird. When I was like, so that's especially when I start doing this, and like if they're not there, but I literally see the frame of my glasses in the spotlight.
Psychosomatic.
So weird. It's so weird. So
It's like burned on your retinas or something.
I don't know. It's really weird.
Like when you leave your computer screen on for too long and the image freezes. It's like that.
Could be.
So you had some questions for me, Dave, about this awesome podcast that a few friends of mine listen to.
The iTunes, man. How did you get on iTunes? For some reason, my web girl, couldn't get it on.
And he uses a Mac, too. You'd think
well,
it
no,
would be
because
compatible.
There you go, right? The PC guy got his fucking podcast on like less than a week.
On Apple,
and the Mac guy has been like...
Well, now here's the thing is...
Wait, how long has it been running? How long have you been doing it? Because you said it's like once a month.
It's been over a year, maybe a year and a half now.
What made you start it? I'm curious.
I guess it's kind of work related.
The work that you can't talk about.
Yeah, well, no, we're not. So I was working.
He's like, shut the fuck up, asshole. I told you.
Is it like a de-stress thing or something like that?
It was. So my co-host Priscilla and I, we work together, and we're like, our brains are turning to mush working here.
You work together.
Yeah. So we wanted to do something that
Putting it all together now.
We wanted to do something that would kind of keep us sharp and somewhat keep us into the fields in which we're interested for her and her husband.
Psychology, right?
Yeah, they're both psychologists.
So that was a pretty interesting comment. Psychology and political science. Oh, this is fucking fantastic. It's great. And all I hear is metal.
I just love that too.
Yeah, I like it too. I like it.
So it's like...
I like metal too, to be fair.
Yeah, so we got the...
Just not metal altogether.
So I sat down and I was like, I was thinking about doing this where it's like I said, we have our segments that are just like the focused grab ass, so like we can go off on tangents, we can tell stories, who cares, that's just part of it. But with the focus also kind of gives you some extra I guess stories, so it's like if you just sit down and it's like, Cynthia, tell me a story, you're like
So kind of like right now, we're like, what's going on.
But if it's like, like all of a sudden we got into the topic of glasses, all of a sudden all these stories come out, right?
Yeah.
So it's like we sit down and it's like, okay, so beginning every time, how was your week? Bring it. And then I realized their weeks suck because they're a married couple. They just like, okay, how was date night on Friday? Oh, we just sat around and played Skyrim. I mean, that's pretty cool, but you got to give me more than that. So then I found out, they watch a ton of TV on Netflix or whatever. So I'm like, what are you guys watching? That became the new segment. Like, well, we're not trying to watch as much TV anymore. We're like, you guys suck.
So
they've got to keep things fresh, They got to keep it changing.
Yeah, my question was, what prompted you to start a podcast, though, specifically?
It was
keep yourself sharp. Like what?
Yeah, like I guess just mentally to give us an outlet for our nerdum.
That wasn't work related.
Yeah,
because you can't talk about work.
No, it wasn't work related. The only work related part is that Priscilla and I know each other because of work.
So you made that bond. So she's your friend.
Yeah.
We can be friends.
We can, yeah.
It's not
co-workers can be friends.
I made some good friends through co-workers.
Yeah.
Through my life, for sure.
Okay.
I mean...
What about Henry? Can he be...
Henry's pretty cool.
Okay.
I actually like him outside of work better than in work.
Oh.
Because he fails on podcasts?
Yeah. I like him better when he's not, instigating. He was for some reason instigated a podcast to go run.
I know. Yeah. He's the one that instigated this whole thing, and then he just...
He's not even here. That fucking bad.
Maybe that was his plan the whole time.
Maybe you should just have him as a producer. So he can kind of give you the general idea, hey, we're going to do this, and then we actually do it, and he just kind of
He's actually really funny. I mean, I don't know how much you know him, how much you've interacted with him. He's actually really funny.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he's not here to defend himself, but...
Which makes it even funnier.
Which, he's a funny guy, and I actually went to Seattle with him. So I hung out with him outside of work. I don't know. June, July, sometime. No, maybe April. Who knows? Time doesn't matter. It's just in the past.
Seattle's a great town.
When we went to Seattle and they did a Tough Mudder up in Canada.
Oh, okay.
That was fucking awesome. Canada is the shit. I went up to Whistler. We went up to Whistler.
Ah, very nice.
So we went to Seattle. We almost went to jail when we crossed the border because Canada is motherfuckers when you cross the border. They don't even smile. Nothing's funny. They're assholes. I crossed the border twice to Canada, and every time it's been like, fuck you. We're barely gonna let you in. Barely. Last time I smiled, I was like, yeah, I'm here with my friend. I had a Canadian pick me up from Buffalo, New York, to get me across the border, and she was being a total cunt. I love that word, cunt. She didn't smile, I was making jokes. I'm just going across the border. I'm a fucking regular person, not doing drugs and not have any kind of weapons on me. Just want to go hang out in Niagara Falls in Canada, Toronto. And she was just like an asshole, completely.
Yeah.
But they're all like that, which is fine. I had another Canadian comment like, good, we don't want you assholes coming across if you guys are assholes. When we went to Whistler, they literally picked up the car, they popped open the hood, they had a dog smelling for drugs.
You guys looked guilty.
We looked totally guilty. Henry needed to go to the restroom. He's like, I gotta go pee. The restroom's locked. You can't go into the restroom because they think you're gonna go to the restroom and dump drugs or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So as soon as he said, you gotta go to the restroom, there was me and his other buddy. They searched all of us. They took us all out. We had to fucking empty our pockets.
So it's Henry's fault.
Sounds like
that motherfucker. We had to I was like, oh my God, I don't have to go to the restroom. But they had to search all of us before they let him into the restroom.
Then did somebody monitor him
Somebody
while he was in
probably
there?
screened it, yeah.
My guess is because now that pot is illegal in Washington, they're watching all the traffic coming across. Makes sense, right? It's like...
Well, you know, a lot of the times, too, is they're looking for... you can drink at 19.
That's crazy.
So you get a lot of kids that live in, like, Bellingham, drive up there.
So we're all clearly over, like...
No, I know, yeah.
I'm just saying. So the dog, they popped open the fucking hood of the motor. The dog's on top of the car smelling everything. I was like, oh my God, what's going on here? We're going to go to jail for what? We're not doing anything. We're just trying to go to a Tough Mudder in Whistler. Finally, like 30 minutes later, people came in and left and we're still waiting. I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, who's this fucking Henry guy? He's going to get us all thrown in jail for what? And then, so I've been arrested before.
Wow.
They're like, have you been arrested as a guest? And I told the guy, he's like, yeah. They're giving us the full 9 yards, right? They finally let us go. You know what they come back with? We found this bag of cherries. Cherries are not legal. You can't bring these across.
No fruit.
Because we grow cherries in Canada. He's like, what about the bananas? Oh, the bananas are okay. We don't grow bananas in Canada. Okay, you guys are good. Have a good day. 45 minutes later, I was like, oh my God. What's going on?
Yeah, it's kind of nice to have two passports, not have to put up with any crap going across the border.
So it sucked, and it sucked both times since I've been to Canada.
Next time you should go with somebody who has a Canadian passport.
I went with a Canadian, and it still sucked. The Canadian picked me up in New York, and we went across, and it still sucked. So that's I love Canada, but man.
And so that was on one was on like the east, and one was on the west, and you experienced it on both sides.
It was definitely worse on the east or on the west, but yeah, it was kind of rough. I was surprised. I was like, I'm not a criminal. I was trying to go hang out. I'm trying to visit your country, you know. And I went to Turkey this year, and it was like, stamp, I'm in, done. It's like, fantastic. So, anyways,
maybe that's because in Turkey they think you look Turkish, and in Canada they think you look Turkish.
What's funny is that might be true. But in
look
Turkey,
at this Arab without his turban on.
You're not white enough to get into Canada.
Exactly.
And definitely in Turkey, the majority of people thought I was like Chinese or Filipino.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They have no Mexicans. What's that? They have no idea what Mexicans are. There's no Mexicans going to Turkey.
See, I understand the Filipino thing because they all have Spanish names.
Mm-hmm.
And they're brown.
But Chinese, like...
Well, I don't know. I was like, what are you talking about? What's going on?
Did you have a little...
Ni hao.
the little like goatee thing going.
Yeah, I don't shave this, generally speaking.
So
I have to shave before I fly though, because then all the white ladies grab their purse when I walk by. And it sucks, but like, lady, I'm not gonna rob you, trust me. On the airplane. I'm just trying to go home.
I'm gonna steal your purse and sit next to you for 12 hours and then run off at the end.
And stab you in the fucking gut and twist you and just smile. Like, oh.
You don't know what it's like to be a white lady.
I don't. I would think you're probably very scared of everyone not white.
People who are white too.
People who
she's
afraid of everybody.
True, yeah.
That's good. I like it. That's good.
That's the white upbringing. Is you're afraid of every minority, and even most of your own people too.
Mm-hmm.
Just fear-based.
because you've seen
fear-based.
Fear-based upbringing.
Very true. I like that. There's some truth coming out today. I like it.
So busy, keep pulling out your phone.
It's work related.
Oh.
System's going down. Actually, when our system was down on Monday.
Let's not talk about that. We're not talking about work, okay? Quit trying to throw IT under the bus.
Well, speaking of IT, you got me started.
The IT crowd,
IT crowd, yeah.
Have you ever watched the IT crowd?
What's that?
It's a British show.
comedy.
Yeah.
No, I don't watch anything British. I don't watch The Office. I gave up TV in high school, which was like 20 years ago. Fuck TV. Generally speaking. But, you know, that's
IT crowd's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
The thing is, there's so much funny stuff and good TV shows to watch that I literally don't have enough time in my life to see that stuff.
I totally understand.
So I kind of have to pick and choose what I really like.
So what have you picked and choose recently? Even if it's like an old show that you picked recently.
I've been watching Boardwalk Empire, which I think any of the last season is done, but I haven't watched it. And I watched all the Walking Dead because I like zombies. So
have you done a zombie run before?
I have. The zombie run injured me permanently. I have a bump.
Permanently?
I have a bump.
What'd you do?
I wasn't supposed to do that.
Watch
Sorry,
it with the
I
chairs.
broke all the
Watch
rules.
it with the chairs.
Feel this bump on the back of my hair.
I feel like this might be harassment.
Touch it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was from a zombie run.
What happened?
Right there.
Oh, man.
There was some fucking cunt that came and like punched me.
It's always a cunt, man.
And knocked me down. It was a girl. And she knocked me down. I landed flat on my back and it fucking really hurt. And this thing literally left me.
So it was a zombie that did it?
Yeah, because I was anti-zombie.
A cunt zombie.
A cunt zombie.
You gotta say it like the Irish so nobody knows. A cunt.
Oh, I didn't know that. Sorry.
So
betraying my people.
Yeah.
I did a zombie run and I was anti-zombie.
So disappointed.
And she knocked me down and it really hurt. And and then my buddy who was in that run as well too got his finger broken.
Wow.
Whoa, that's brutal.
Yeah. So they were like
Where was this? LA?
Somewhere around here, yeah. And basically you run as a zombie, as a anti-zombie. And they have 3 flags, you gotta pull the flags. And if they make it with the flag, then they win, they survive. Otherwise, you didn't make it across. It was like a 5K.
Those runs seem like not that interesting to me.
It was brutal. So
that sounds like it.
Wait, hold on. So check this out. So right before they got to us, they were going through a building that had electrical wires hanging off, and if they touched those electrical wires, they would get shocked. So I could hear people screaming, and those things fucking hurt, right? They were screaming. So as soon as they got out, they were either like crying because they got shocked 10 times, or they were like pissed because they got shocked once, and they're just pile driving through us, and that's where I got knocked down. Some girl like told me. I wasn't trying to hurt anybody, but she pile drive me through, and I fell flat on my back, and it like knocked my wind out, and I got up. I didn't feel anything, but after that, like for like a week, I couldn't even like get up.
Did you go to the doctor to find out?
I did.
What is it?
I think it's
just
like
a bump?
Scar tissue.
Oh wow!
Wow.
It doesn't hurt. It doesn't really bother me, but it reminds me how much I fucking hate zombie runs.
Yeah.
Fuck
permanent reminder.
I was like, dude, why did I do this? And then we were supposed to, because you do that, you're supposed to get a free run after that. And I was like, I'm not running after this. My back hurts.
Yeah.
See, I was already not really interested, but now I'm even less interested. So I'm glad you shared that.
Because people are pretty aggro about it. Like, I want to win. I want to survive. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, no, dude. don't hurt other people.
Yeah.
Just because a fucking flag gets pulled from your waist.
Well, and I feel like in those sorts of situations, people sort of like purge, right? Like people like let it get to their head and they kind of go crazy.
Dude, they were like
Mob mentality.
Yeah.
They were like throwing elbows
Shoot,
like, at
I've
your
been to
face,
Mardi Gras.
right?
I know
Like,
what
it
it's
was
like.
like a big. This was a girl, and like I was like this girl like pile driving me. Like I was like, and some dudes are like big and fucking built, and they were just like trying to hurt you. I was like, I'm not trying to hurt him. I'm just trying to play the game, right? Yeah, they were dicks. Anyways,
all good eating, no problem.
Yeah.
mostly because it was a
dedicated.
5K. Because if it was a fucking marathon, there's no one pile driving me at the end of the fucking thing. Not at all. So
I know with 5Ks you get a lot of people who really aren't that like who don't give a shit about running and they're not that serious about it. They're just like
3.5 miles. 3.1
they just
miles.
like signed up to like beat the shit out of someone. That's what they signed up for.
Perhaps.
So the cool part is that they did do your makeup for you. So
Oh,
I have
really?
a picture of myself in makeup and I wore a dress. And me and my buddy both wore dresses. We took a picture in dresses. So I look pretty good in dress.
Okay. And glasses?
I don't.
Tell
I
that
didn't
to all
wear-
the
I didn't wear
ladies.
glasses
Dresses
that day,
and
yeah. I didn't wear
a dress
glasses.
and glasses.
That would have broken my glasses for sure.
Oh, man.
All right, dude. So we got about 9 minutes left, and I want to know where we can find you, Dave, online. If you want to plug yourself before we cut this off.
Sure. Polycology is on Facebook. Just
Spell
Polycology.
That was a motherfucker when I looked for it.
POLICHOLOGY. Combination of politics and psychology. Not so much politics, more psychology, as he described. A lot of grab ass, a lot of medals, right? The medals report.
I
That's
only
one of the
listened
things.
to one or two, about an episode and like 3/4 of another one.
Yeah, we always do the beer of the week. The
That was
medals
kinda
report. I try to get a medals report if I have. If I've gone to a show or listened to an album, that gets on there.
You'll have to send me some of your medals. I'll play it on here for sure.
All right.
That'd be cool. And you, Miss Cynthia Rollins, is it henryrollins.com?
Socialitelife.com, 90s flashback.
Oh, so you got a whole website. That's awesome. A whole little subsection for yourself.
I don't even need to speak. I had somebody talking for me.
No. Please.
You can hire me as your manager and agent for 15%.
Yeah, socialitelife.com. I do the flashback post. So if you search for flashback, there's a lot of other stuff on there that is not related to me and you may not find as interesting. A lot of Adam Lambert stuff.
So flashback means 90s. You focus on the 90s only, right?
Yeah.
What
I
do you-
may get like some late 80s, early 2000s.
What do you
too,
love
but
about the 90s? That's what I want to know.
it's just nostalgia. It's like it's my childhood, right?
It's like your child, not mine,
Yeah.
buddy.
I know, I
Trust me.
corrected. But
Yeah, being a teenager in the 90s kind of sucked.
Yeah. Well, being a
depressing.
kid in the 90s was pretty cool. Yeah. Nickelodeon, come on, like it had the best lineup.
Nickelodeon.
Television.
You said Nickelodeon.
Yeah,
Like
it
the
had
Power
the
Rangers.
Okay, Power Rangers was not Nickelodeon. That was Fox.
Really? Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Yeah, it was
Power
Fox.
Rangers was not Nickelodeon. Listen, do not challenge me on that.
The thing is if we want to go early 90s, she's out of luck.
Yeah.
Like talk about Wayne's World,
No,
she's out.
Why?
because I was
Too
4.
Oh my God. When were
young.
you born?
In the
Ish.
80s.
In the late 80s.
Mid.
So you're like literally the age of my nieces and nephews,
What?
which is crazy.
Your nieces and nephews are really old.
No, I'm old. You're young. Consider it a compliment. Trust me. My nieces and nephews were into Power Rangers. That's why I said that. I
Yeah.
could have swore when they were, and I was in high school, they were fucking Power Ranger out.
Are you the youngest then? Or
Relatively speaking, yes.
okay, because I'm like I didn't have nieces and nephews until I was well into my 20s. So
Yes, I am relatively the youngest. I have much older siblings who are close to retirement age. So,
my parents' age.
My parents are retired.
I'm glad you guys sound as drunk as I do, just drinking water. So
Yeah, what'd you put in this
It's all
water?
about the energy.
yeah, there's more water for you guys.
We
right
don't
there.
need liquid courage.
Oh, okay,
We
you
just
have it
have
in there.
natural courage.
He's Canadian. What's your excuse?
I'm a woman.
Oh, the Vagine showed up and showed us what's up. I like that. That's good. Mm-hmm. Good for you. So, anyways.
Where can we find you online?
You can find me at eddyizm.com.
At eddyizm.com.
That's eddyizm.com.
What does that stand for?
That stands for me.
But, where does that come from?
So, a long time ago, before you were born.
Oh, wow.
Before you were even a thought in your father's
Decades ago.
Yeah, a long time ago. I used to play video games on Nintendo.
Hey. I know what Nintendo is.
I know because you know why?
Yeah, I have Nintendo.
It's cool in the 90s, right? It was cool.
It was cool in the 80s too.
It was really cool in the 80s.
And I was born in the 80s, so.
That's true. But you weren't playing Nintendo in the 80s. I was.
I was playing Nintendo at the end of the 80s, yeah.
You seem a little bit older than the 80s. Is that true?
No, I was born in 82.
Oh, that's early 80s though. So you were basically,
I was a really little kid in the 80s.
Yeah.
I was a really little kid in the 80s.
And I used to play role-playing games on Nintendo, which wasn't very popular.
Like Zelda?
Is Zelda a role-playing game?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a real one. It was like Dragon Warrior.
Oh,
Dragon Warrior was a role-playing game where you read the words on there, and all the action came in dialogue, which wasn't really Zelda. Zelda was kind of like pseudo, right?
Yeah.
Did you guys ever play Power Pad? Did you guys ever have Power
Pad?
Yeah,
you press
on
the
yeah, like track and field.
Yeah, track and field. Yeah.
That was my favorite.
That was really cool. And Duck Hunt?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one that came with it, right?
Excite Bike, yeah.
Excite Bike was great. I just drive until I overheated and then waited and drove again.
So when I had to create a name for everything, you used eddyizm.
Wow,
I'm not
so
sure
this is
why I picked
way old, and you just kept it.
It's an old school name, yeah.
Wow.
And then it's there's a dickhead right there. I called you a dickhead. You know what? You got 3 minutes to defend yourself, but it's too late.
I have 3 minutes to defend myself, but it's too late.
Somehow this
guy
guy,
no fucking sense.
This guy has come into every podcast, walking by the room, showing up. He's like, "Hey, I'm here. Let me be on your podcast."
I guess that's the problem with me living here.
That's a problem because you live here. Like, how do you get here every time? So that's Sean.
Hello.
Hello.
We got 2 minutes left, buddy. I'm gonna give it all to you.
Really? You guys started what time?
When I told you, motherfucker, 5 o'clock.
No, you said after work at 5. Yeah.
So we got here at
You never
5:15.
get home at 5. Never, man.
I know. I came home early because she gets off at 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't know where he gets off, but they were meeting me. He lives from West Covina, so I needed to come back early. Can't work early today. I woke up so sleepy. It sucked. Got to work around 8-ish. Left at 5. I still got here at 5:30.
5:15?
Yeah.
5:15, so.
Oh, maybe a little bit after.
My fault. I should have told you, but it's not my fault. You know why? This is my podcast. Fuck you.
Such a dick.
So, we're almost done. We're wrapping it up because I'm already drunk. And we're going to go for a run right now. You can't join us for the run if they're so down.
I am.
Yeah.
How about you, Dave?
I'm down.
Here we go. We're going to go for a run. That's it. 4 miles-ish.
Yeah, no more.
No more.
Yeah.
We're going to go really slow because apparently they're slow.
We are.
We are.
we are.
Sean's not slow.
We're not really slow. We just have a more comfortable pace.
Yeah.
We just can't go as fast as others.
Yeah.
Sean is much faster than everybody.
Yeah.
Whatever, dude.
Sean's fast, even on a slow day.
Wow.
That's not true.
Well, we'll find out.
I'm not feeling the best, so I'm gonna pass on the run.
Oh, you cunt.
Dude, I'm gonna fucking punch you.
That's okay. As long as
The microphone will pick up the sound, yeah.
You don't even need sound effects.
We're gonna fix that sound effect stuff because I forgot your name. So for Dave.
Yeah.
See, hold on. I've had most of this bottle.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna go for a run, but
I hope you throw up.
I ain't gonna throw up, dude. It takes a lot more for me to throw up than that.
Okay.
All right, so Any last words, Cynthia?
No, this was
Did
fun.
you have fun?
Yeah.
Watching me sweat? Did you watch me sweat? No, not too much. All right. How about
I
you?
watched
Dave?
you drink
It was
a
good.
lot.
I did.
I mean, you don't drink at all.
No.
yeah.
Sorry. Fuck work. Go ahead.
It was good.
All right, Dave.
Do
Hope
it
you
again.
come back and maybe I can join you on your
Yeah, that would be
podcast.
great.
Again. We'll
That would
figure
be
out how to
great.
get on iTunes.
That's right.
It mostly involves XML.
Ah.
And Sean is still trying to figure out Google. It's okay, buddy. I love you. even they're trying to figure out Google, fucking, and whatever else you're trying to figure out.
You know what? I agree. This online shit's a sham.
Yeah. It's all bullshit.
Yeah.
So, thank you guys for joining. See you guys next week.